Returning for home on Friday nights. Get there! District championships are on the line.
Play it like it's your last, don't take it for granted.
And playoff positioning cannot be ignored. Fierce rivals face off for bragging rights, and we get you set for the Northwest Classic. That's right now on the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Hey boys, from the beat! Yeah! No, y'all ain't ready.
Future Florida Georgia Hall of Famer getting his Senators ready for battle tonight. More in Fletcher's game against First Coast coming up later on. That Seatric face-on, of course. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Friday Night Blitz. It's week number 9 and a scurry tonight around here as we've got some late games. We had, you all right over there? Just coming back from, you got a triple hopper.
Yeah.
And overtime to finish at Bishop Kent.
Yeah, and if a game's in overtime, you can't leave. There's rules about these things.
Absolutely.
You know?
And by the way, you were just like in the Netherlands 24 hours ago.
Also that.
So yeah, there's a lot going on with Stuart Weber. Let's see if he can make it.
This is way better than any caffeine could possibly be. Like I was thinking I was going to need a lot of caffeine to get through the day. The adrenaline of high school football on a Friday night will easily carry me through the rest of the evening.
Well, let's do it, and we begin with an odd way.
Yes.
A game that hasn't happened yet as our game of the week.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Well, and that game is really just a fantastic event in Jacksonville. It's Raines, it's Ribault tomorrow. Now, Raines has already won the district championship. Ribault comes in 1-7. They've lost 4 in a row to Raines. But this is the old cliche game, right? Throw out the records, because we've seen it go both ways, even when one team is stronger than the other. It's called the Northwest Classic. I love how they promote this game. It's a family reunion, and that's what it is. Everybody knows everybody. The festivities have been happening all week long, and it should be a fantastic day tomorrow.
Yeah, and don't let the fact that Raines has won the last 4 fool you. Each of those games had some drama to them. I mean, just 2 years ago in 2019, it was a 10-7 game. And low scoring can still be fun as well. Raines getting the better of their rivals from just across the road the last 4 years. We'll have to see if maybe they get it done again. And this was one of the things when selecting this game and looking at our full game of the week schedule. So often we go with a Friday night game because obviously that's the Friday Night Blitz. You pick the best game, and we kind of neglect the fact that Raines and Ribault is the best game of the week.
Yes.
It is almost every year, but we usually, skip it in terms of being named game of the week because of the fact that it's on Saturday. And we have a half-hour show on Friday.
Well,
but
guess what?
This year,
we're going to make it our game of the week, and we have a half-hour show tomorrow night on Action Sports Jack's Primetime, 10:30 on Fox 30, 11:30 on CBS 47.
We got SEC tonight as well. That could be an hour show.
Yeah, so we'll show you a lot of Raines Ribault coming up tomorrow.
So our game of the week may be on Saturday afternoon on Winton Drive, but make no mistake, the schedule tonight chock full of fantastic matchups, including a potential district championship decider in McClenny. Here it is, the championship game. Perhaps for Ed White, it's simple. Win your district champs. Baker County, they win the 2-5A title with a win and a SUWANNEE loss. Lots of defense early, but then Christian Ellis gets the Commanders on the board as he takes it into the end zone. Isaiah Teal, as they go for 2, he'll find Devin Robinson. Nice catch there by the big man in the end zone. Back the other way as Baker County's offense really started to roll. Jamarian Baker. What an apt name for a player for Baker County.
Very true.
He gets into the end zone.
McClenny?
In McClenny. It could be. It could be. Big number 40, Camilo Rollins with a 2-pointer as well. That tied it up at 8 at that point. And as Brent mentioned, triple hopper for me, so I ran at that point. Baker County gets the win 36-16. So remember, if Bishop Kenny beats SUWANNEE, they're district champs. We'll get to that game a little bit later on in the show.
One of the best parts of Friday night is seeing all the fans out everywhere, full bleachers, of course, for some big-time matchups, including at OAKLEAF High School as they host BARTRAM, a big one. BARTRAM could win the district, or OAKLEAF could hang in there, and BARTRAM is always playing well at the end of the year. Near the end of the second, OAKLEAF up by 1 until Drew Hammond hands it off to Devin Outlaw, takes it in for a nice touchdown. 14-6 OAKLEAF. Here come the Bears. Eric Weatherly in for 6. He will stay on the field. The Bears go for 2, and he gets it. Weatherly had the big play last week against Creekside to set up a game-winning field goal. He's got the touchdown and 2 for a 14 all game. Bears will win it. They hold on to a 5-game winning streak now. They pull away late, 49-33. So Bartram Trail in 1-8A is your district champ.
Riverside cannot be district champs. That'll go to Columbia. Trinity Christian can't either because they're in 2A and they don't have districts down there. Those two teams meeting up tonight. As I walk in, this play happening. Daniel Plummer, Ricky Shaw, touchdown. This is the battle of the cannons. Both teams have cannons every time they score a touchdown.
Be ready.
So here comes Trinity the other way, right? Knocking on the door at the end zone. And here's Joe Morrison. Picks it off. And he's got a lane. He's got a 92-yard lane.
Jaheim Singletary with all the attention, but look out for this guy.
How about that from Joe Morrison? Takes it to the house. Other side, some defense for the home team of Trinity Christian. Plummer forced to kind of throw it away, but instead it goes into the arms of Cameron Anderson for the interception. This was a good game as expected. It was 21-7 at that point, but the Generals go on to get the win 28-20. Remember, Trinity Christian, they are well on their way to the playoffs. These games will only serve to get them better for that point. And Riverside adds to their resume, the RPI. We'll talk about that a little later on in the show.
Hey, what a battle of the sunsets at Parker. Braves hosting University Christian. Hashtag Battle of the Sunsets. It was a good night for it. UC going in for a score. Not anymore. Picked off by Parker. Sharon Dorsey Jr. That was that, too.
Yeah,
you can go say hi to him on the side.
That name.
Well, University Christian would get the ball back. The Serial Riles, he's a junior now. He's put on a lot of muscle since that freshman year. He's been playing a lot of football at UC, and he prances into the end zone. How about this play now for Parker? Roman Dole's not in there at quarterback. Tyreek Williams handles the snap and then a nifty gain, a little move there, and he picks it up. A nice play for Parker. And a little bit later when the quarter changed, Parker would rugby scrum in there. Give a lot of credit to the offensive lineman or fullback or whoever that was that pushed them in, but they got in there. This is a fantastic win for Parker. 28-14, they beat University Christian.
Atlantic Coast looking to stay alive in that district. Fleming Island, this is a big game with implications for both teams. Jacob Corley of the Stingrays dialing up a deep pass to Ezra Barbie, and he gets into the end zone. 14-6, Stingrays at that point, so Atlantic Coast ahead. A little later on, Corley looking again, but this time it's Abram Wright who's able to pick off the pass, steps in front of it. Golden Eagles are in business, and a low-scoring affair, not a lot of action early in this one, but Fleming Island comes away with a 21-12 victory. The Golden Eagles, keep an eye out on the Golden Eagles.
Yeah,
they're starting to shape into form a little bit.
They're trending toward a postseason berth. Clay Blue Devils going after Middleburg. Billy Mobley will roll to the right for Clay. Demarion Frazier's been awesome. And there he is on the sideline. He slid and caught that inside the 10-yard line. Nice play. He's been making highlight reel plays all year. Chris Goldstein hammers through the middle. He scores. The PAT would be blocked. Broncos respond. Mike Mitchell. Looks like he's just kind of buying his time and then turns it up into the end zone. Made it look easy there for the Bronx. Later, Goldstein again for another touchdown. 13-7 Blue Devils. All those from the first quarter, and in the end.
That's a photog's dream, by the way. That's what we love.
How about this? Here's another one. Luke Padgett deep, and that'd be picked by Clay's Jarvis Lee. So some defense for the Blue Devils as well. We got some more highlights. Good. One more time. Chris Goldstein, short touchdown run. It was 23-7 at halftime, and Clay holds on to beat Middleburg, an upstart Middleburg team, 23-21.
Let's go back to 8A. Miami Hurricanes representation on hand for the big rivalry matchup between Mandarin and Sandalwood. Second half action, Saints in the red zone. Chris Calhoun takes it himself. That would stretch the lead to 23-0. Mustangs without their starting quarterback, Tramel Jones. Their offense certainly could have used him. Savion Blount getting the sack here for the Saints. Fourth quarter, Sandalwood getting tricky. It's fourth down. They're up 23-0. Fake punt. Let's go. Pass to Elijah Copes. He gets the first down there. Later in the drive, Calhoun to Kyle Boylston. This will stretch the lead.
What's up, Kyle?
There it is. 30-0. In the fourth quarter.
He plays center field like that, by the way, too.
Multi-sport star. You love to see it. Saints win big 30-0 over their district rival Mandarin. Here's Marcel Robinson with the star of the game, Mr. Chris Calhoun, the quarterback.
What a statement win by Sandalwood over Mandarin. 30-0. I'm here with the starting quarterback for the Sandalwood Saints, Chris Calhoun. Chris, Sandalwood versus Mandarin. It's a tradition like none other. But that is not what we're used to seeing. Tell me about just how this game went for you guys.
You know, we had 2 weeks of practice, so we had really just worked hard, settled down, and focused. Everybody came together as one. And when we came out here and we had to accomplish the job of winning. We haven't been having a winning season, and it's been a tough season, actually. We've been fighting all season, but I'm glad everyone just stick together and, you know, we end up winning.
You already don't like those guys enough as it is, but you especially don't like them coming to your house when people are talking about them and not you, right?
Exactly. We don't like that at all. We find that as disrespectful. And we've been playing with these boys all our lives. We grew up together in Jacksonville, so all that talk about who's this, who's that, who got offers, who doesn't, it doesn't matter to us.
You guys are in 8A, obviously. Every single game is a big game. But you got another big one next week against BARTRAM Trail. How do you guys go out here and get it done and put another one of those on the board against another top-ranked team?
Definitely a big game, especially me. It's going to be my birthday on the dot, so, you know, we're all going to give our all. You know, we're going to play hard. Anybody that steps in our face, we're not scared. We're going to go and give it our all. No matter what happens, we're going to stick together as a team.
All right, well, I'll bring the cake if you bring the candles.
Oh, yes, sir.
Guys, let's toss it back to you.
Yeah, you better do that now, Marcel. You better bring the cake. Yeah. Happy birthday early to Chris Calhoun, by the way. Check out Marcel on Twitter. It's a lot of selfies of himself, really, at Marcel A.S. Jax.
But there will be coverage of the Northwest Classic because Marcel will be there tomorrow. So if you want to keep up with our game of the week, that's probably a good Twitter feed to keep an eye on.
Yeah, the guy clearly can take some pictures, too. Much more to come, including another team looking to inch closer to a district championship.
The Fletcher Senators, 3-0 in games that count. Those are the district games. Could they make it 4-0 at home? That is next.
My name is Justin Moses. I'm the voice of the Blue Devils, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
This is the OAKLEAF Nights, and it's a Friday Night Blitz. Don't sleep on us.
This is Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Whose house this is? Let them know whose house this is. Go bust these dudes in the mouth, and let's bring this dog on victory.
Well, we are not exaggerating when we see the legends play in this game, the Northwest Classic. Just a few short years ago, Brian Dawkins, how about showing up in the gold jacket and delivering a Hall of Fame pep talk to his alma mater, the Raines Vikings.
Tomorrow they'll be the visiting team in our game of the week, taking that short trip across the street to meet the Ribault Trojans. That game will also decide, well, our latest of this.
The Coach of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Yes, tomorrow another coach will join this group as our Coach of the Week honorees from this season. It's been great getting a chance to kind of honor these local leaders for their efforts both on and off the field and help their programs moving forward.
Yeah, by the way, it's fun to have them out at Jaguars All Access at String Sports Brewery. They come out along with the Player of the Week. Daryl Sutherland, Brendan Cook this week stopped by, so they're having a lot of fun, of course.
You too could come out, by the way.
Well, you can come out too. You don't have to win Coach of the Week or Player of the Week. You can come out just every Thursday for Jaguars All Access at 7. Brent Martineau, Stuart Weber. It's the Friday Night Blitz. It's week number 9. I mean, district champions being crowned this week. Obviously, that RPI we'll talk about a little bit later. There's playoff spots that are on the line in these final weeks. It sets up for a dramatic finish.
From the first whistle to the last, we hit.
First Coast making the trip to the beach to face Fletcher. Let's go. First quarter, Senators driving right down the field on the ground and finish the drive with a short touchdown run. Marcellus Tate makes it 7-0. Still in the first. More Senator offense. This time Jabari Williams fights his way in from 1 yard out to double the lead to 14. Last play of the first quarter, First Coast offense was in plus territory, but we got a turnover, folks. Maximus Pasco snatches it over the middle, and he's on his way to the end zone. How about pick sixes all over the place tonight? That would make it 21-0 to end the first quarter. They win big, 44-14. Fletcher 4-0 in district play.
Hey, Hilliard's been awesome this year, right? For Coach Pate and company, looking to stay undefeated in the close matchup against Trenton. This one was back and forth, starting the first quarter. And Well, we get a snap that goes awry in the red zone, but Lyle Bennett says, hey, I just picked that up and run it in, guys. That's kind of a play with design. After a Trenton fumble, the Flash get the ball in the red zone again. Bennett finds Dylan Costin in the end zone, 14-0 Hilliard. Trenton fighting to keep it close. Tyler Perry runs it in 14-7. And we move to the fourth, 21-20. Hilliard down, and you can see it, 3:37 to go. And now under a minute to go in the game, and Bennett sneaks it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. That's how the scoring finished. 28-21. Flashes were up. Trenton did have a chance to tie the game up, and it would be picked off by Angelo Benjamin. Hilliard with another big win, 28-21.
When you got a team that's fighting as hard as Bill Wild's football team did tonight, they were fighting for their playoff lives. It was a trap game. I knew it. We jumped off early. Football game's on early. Somehow we made just enough plays. The sack that Carson Newkirk made to get us off the field on fourth down might have won the game. And we figured out a way to win the game. We played a really, really tough team. Well-coached team tonight. We're very fortunate.
Really, he should get a lot of props for what Hilliard is doing, and that's a good football team right now, undefeated. How about Episcopal and Providence? Homecoming for the Episcopal Eagles. Can we take a look at it? Yes, we can. Episcopal in the lead in this football game. Ershot Jason, coming off Player of the Week honors a couple weeks back. He finds the end zone for a 21-7 lead. For Episcopal, they weren't going to get him, and he found the end zone. Now, Providence trying to hang in there on the defensive side of things, down 21-10. Hayden Giggle with a nice stop. He's playing really good defense, number 14 for Providence. 24-10 game when Tavio Toller does it again for the Stallions. Watch this. Looks like it's just going to be kind of an innocent little run, but a slip tackle there, a cut back there, and can he beat everybody to the end zone? That's the question. He's got two Eagles chasing him. Good effort at the end, tripped up, but he dives into the end zone. 24-17 at that point, but Episcopal has a big second half and wins it 44-17.
Oh, yeah. Another battle of the sunset.
A lot of them tonight.
Olivia Tassley providing this one over at Westside High School. Wolverines hosting Orange Park. Who's going to strike first? QB Tavian Wilkerson chucks it to Nolan Chambers, and there he goes. So it's Orange Park who strikes first. Touchdown for the visitors. We go to the second quarter where the Raiders are looking to drive up the score, and, well, they will, because Chambers has this throw to his tight end, Malik Carter, and he's in space. And he's in the end zone as he busts between those two tackles. Raiders enter halftime with the lead, but Westside comes back to win it. How about that? 28-23. Nice comeback for the Wolverines. Bishop Kenny, this is the thriller we're talking about, hosting SUWANNEE. They were down by 8 late after 2 field goals and a safety after a tied game at 2020. So how about James Reeser? Look at the speed. Look at the wheels. Look at him go.
That's a 6'4" kid running
like that. That's a big guy, man. Finally, they get him inside the 5-yard line, so he hands it off to Baylor Newsome to do the rest of the work. Punches it in for the touchdown, down by 2, 28-26. So they would get the 2-point conversion. Then a little bit of defense. Nick Ruin with an interception. Ball game's tied at 28, so we go to overtime. In that overtime, more defense. After Bishop Kenny with a field goal, a big stop in the backfield here as the black shirts get in the back and take care of it. Forces this long field goal attempt to tie it. No good. Bishop Kenny, 31-28. They win it in overtime.
Been working for this all summer. Finally get to be here. Had a struggle last year. Came out here, got it done fighting. Biggest team out here. So it was great. It was great.
Ground and pound football at the Swamp in Charlton County, hosting Irwin County. Shane Marshall for Irwin County with some strong running, finds the end zone. That was the first score of the game. Ooh, rolled his shoulder there at the end of it, 7-0. Charlton County now has the ball, but they face 4th and long. Jalen King, calm in the pocket, finds Kyler Williams. That's a big gainer before he's upended. At the goal line now, and the Indians show they can pound the football, and Jalen Lilly ties the game up at 7. Irwin County, though, would score just before the end of the half. DeMarcus Lundy escapes everybody and finds the end zone 14-7. Irwin County would win 36-7. All right, so it's an interesting year, right? when you get to the high school football postseason potentially. Come on back in here, Stuart Weber, as you've got the sheet of paper that tells the entire story.
There's the sheet right there.
Oh, there it is. How about that? Now, what does this mean? Does this mean Christmas comes early, or
green is
what's
good?
The ring
green is good. Red is bad.
Okay.
Basically, the key point here: lots of fluctuating in the RPI. If you're a district champ, you move on. If not, well, you got to get in on RPI.
Yeah, well, tell everybody first.
Yes.
It's different, right? This has been kind of in the works over the years, but COVID changed some things, and now this year is our first real full year that we're getting a glimpse of this, or at least reminded of it. In Class 1A through 4A, it works differently than 5A through 8A.
That is correct. In those smaller classifications, top 6 teams in RPI make it. There are no districts. So that's kind of how it works.
No automatic champ.
No automatic champs. We're going to get much more of this as we go along the way, but we're going to take one last break right now. And when we come back, we will have your play of the week and much more on the Friday Night Blitz.
We are Raines Vikings, and this is Friday Night Blitz. Last in the wrong words. Saying the wrong words.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
So I moved up to North Dakota when I was a senior in high school, and we played. I didn't get a lot of time to spend, going through an entire high school career with some of those guys, but being with them for only a year, but getting to know those guys really well, and then going and win a state championship in football was pretty special.
I want to see the snow game from Fargo, North Dakota.
One of those highlights was snowing. Yes.
How about a play of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
How about a fake punt? The punter's got to love throwing that ball.
That's his moment to shine.
It was. Christian Schultz with the fake punt. Elijah Copes for the first down. And a big win for Sandalwood, 30-0 over Mandarin tonight.
The Player of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
We mentioned earlier in the show, Coach of the Week, Player of the Week get to come on out to Jaguars All Access. Well, that would be Brendan Cook this week from Fleming Island. We'll have some new nominees coming for you later tonight. We will decide after the show, come up with 4 of them. By the way, send us a tweet if you got some recommendations.
I just posted that. It said send them in, and we'll pick 4, and then you can vote all the way until 11:30 on Monday night for our Player of the Week. Some big happenings in high school football. District champs, it's starting to take shape.
Yes.
At least some automatic playoff tickets punch.
Busy night. Join us again, by the way, on the 11:15 version. We're going to have some extra games that we didn't quite get to, but we leave you now with our Band of the Week. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.